Have you ever wondered? A tiny spider can teach the mighty king greatest lesson of all. Today, we share an ancient African tale about arrogance, wisdom, and the strength of humility. A story about wisdom, humility, and the dangers of arrogance. Long ago, in the heart of the great savannah, there lived a mighty king named Kofi. Renowned for his wealth and power, his kingdom flourished with golden fields, rivers teeming with fish, and people who sang songs of his greatness. But King Kofi had one flaw, his arrogance. He believed no one in the land, not even the elders or the gods, could outsmart him. One day the king declared, "I will reward anyone who can teach me something I do not know. But if they fail, they must leave my kingdom forever." For months, wise men and women came with riddles, stories, and teachings, but the king always found a way to dismiss their lessons. Soon, no one dared challenge him, and his arrogance grew. One evening, as the sun dipped low and the sky blazed with orange and gold, a small spider named Anance descended from the palace ceiling on a silken thread. The king laughed when he saw the tiny creature and said, "Even a spider dares to visit me now? What can you teach me, little one?" Anance replied in a calm, wise voice, "Your Majesty, I may be small, but I hold great wisdom. Allow me to tell you a story. And if you do not learn something new, I will leave your kingdom forever." Intrigued, the king agreed. Leaning back on his golden throne, Anance began. Once, there was a river that flowed through a thirsty land. The animals came to drink from its waters, but none gave thanks. One day the river dried up, and the animals were left to suffer. Only then did they learn the value of gratitude and humility. The king interrupted with a smirk. "I already know this tale, Spider. Gratitude and humility are important. Is that all you have? The strongest webs are built with patience and humility. What did you learn from this tale? Let us know in the comments below." Anance smiled and said, "Patience, Your Majesty. The story is not over." He continued, weaving another thread as he spoke. The river, seeing their suffering, said, "I will return if you show me respect." The animals begged, and the river returned, but only to those who drank with humility. The proud ones, who thought they were entitled, remained thirsty. The king waved his hand dismissively. "This is child's play, Spider. Humility, respect, gratitude. Surely you can do better than that." Anance stopped spinning his web and looked directly at the king. "Your Majesty, have you ever wondered how the tiny spider, can spin a web so strong it catches creatures 10 times my size?" The king leaned forward, curious despite himself. Anance replied, "It is because I know my limitations. Work patiently and do not boast of my strength. I use what I have wisely, and I never underestimate the power of others, even those smaller than me." The king fell silent, his pride stung by the spider's words. Realizing the wisdom in Anance's tale, King Kofi stood up from his throne and bowed his head. "Little one, you have taught me not only humility, but the importance of respecting all creatures, no matter their size. For this, I owe you my gratitude." Anance spun a final thread and said, "Remember, Your Majesty, the strongest webs are built with patience and humility. A king who listens grows stronger than one who boasts." From that day forward, King Kofi ruled with wisdom and humility. His people loved him more than ever, and his kingdom flourished not just in wealth, but in respect and unity. And as for Anance, he returned to his web, content that he had taught even the mightiest king the value of humility. Moral of the story: wisdom comes not from power, but from humility and patience. Even the smallest creature can teach the greatest.